Today we are interviewing Exist Immortal for Time for Metal, and yeah, just let us check out what the guys are doing here and what they're supposed to do after the festival. So yeah, maybe you could just tell us your names and what you're doing in the band, and then one offensive question: what is the name of the person you kissed for the first time in your life?
Fuck, this is a difficult question. Not the first bit. My name's Meyrick. My name's Meyrick, and I sing in the band. And the first person I kissed was a girl called Alice. Is it?
My name's my name's David. I play bass, and first person I kissed was a girl called Yvonne.
Yo. My name's Kurt, I play guitar, I'm from Exist Immortal. The first girl I kissed was called Jasmine, so where are you at? I'm sorry, Lisa, I'm joking.
Hi, my name's Charlie, I play drums, and the first person I kissed was called Alice.
But it wasn't the same Alice. Okay.
Might have travelled.
Yeah, many British progressive and tech metal bands are around Euroblast this weekend. Maybe you can name some of your main influences or bands you really like and you would like to see at the last day of Euroblast, or you have seen so far?
In terms of British bands, there's tons of British bands on there. Britain, Castle City were wicked on Friday. Shields, who are playing we're playing that, but we catch a bit of them. I can't remember a single British band. I know there's loads.
No consequence. No Cinnabasis Gaze. Managed to catch them yesterday. City Y as well.
Yeah, in general, some musical influences all around the world.
Juicy J is a rapper.
So that's why you said yo.
Yeah, essentially.
But yeah,
like the headline bands.
all sorts.
Taking loads of influence from the Contortionists album. Really enjoyed that. That was wicked, and the drumming on it's wicked. Between the Buried and Me.
Favourite band of all time. Yeah, he is. But yeah, loads of people, particularly loads of bands on this lineup have always been fairly influential. Like obviously Volumes, Vela Mayer.
I quite like the bands, American bands that came over as headlining. So we have like Veil, we have Born, Volumes as well. We're hoping to catch them because they're playing straight after us tonight. So we're going to either pack down really quickly or just leave all our gear on stage, see what happens. just push it into one corner. Yeah.
Just pull a blanket over it.
Back in 5 minutes.
How did you hear about Euroblast? Is it famous in Britain or?
Friends have played it, really.
Yeah, friends have played here, have seen it online.
First time I heard, I think, was 13, and I think Nick Silver played. And I remember going and staying at their thing, and they had a big poster of them playing, and I was like, oh. And I remember looking through the poster and thinking, that is a pretty solid lineup of bands, and that's how. And then more friends' bands ended up playing it, and No Connor played a few times, Monuments have played a few times, and like just through friends' bands is how I heard of it.
Yeah. And just the internet. It's pretty well known in the UK, particularly amongst like this scene.
It's kind of seen as like one of the festivals where if you're in the scene, you're gonna have to play at some point.
Yeah.
Your new record, Breathe, is supposed to be released on October the 28th. How long have you been working on it? And maybe you can explain the title, Breathe. What's the intention behind that?
We've been working on it for like, when did we start?
I think we was doing shortly after releasing.
Well, one of the songs on the new record was supposed to be on our deluxe edition of the last one and wasn't. Yeah. And then we kind of kept it because we liked it more. But I suppose kind of since then, there wasn't a stop in us writing songs, it literally just kind of carried on.
I would say shortly after releasing the Darkness album, we just been, demoing songs here and there. And I think we fully thought, right, we should actually make it all happen. We went to Italy last October for a couple of weeks, and
just to get all the writing done and make sure
just away from the world and just zone into what we're doing.
I mean, the benefit is with Meyrick, having a studio of his own, Floodgate Audio. With that, it's like when you do come up with an idea, you can just record it quite well straight away, rather than having, I've got an idea written down at home. So you can literally, when we were in his studio, just kind of do it there and then, which is handy. But it was, I suppose, our trip to Italy, which was October?
About a month ago, actually. No, sorry, about a year ago.
So we got stuff actually sorted out, and that was when the record became a proper thing. Yeah. And then since we came back, it's just been kind of actually getting it recorded. Drums were done in February. I feel like it was a really long, slow build up, but when it kind of actually came to getting stuff done, it was quite rapid actually.
It just feels long.
Yeah. It feels long because of the ideas for over a year, but when it was actually came to recording it and getting it sorted, it actually happened quite quickly. Yeah. Because once you kind of know what you're doing, it's not hard to kind of flash around.
Yeah, so it flows together.
Yeah. And that was what was quite nice as well. And it was also nice to have, us all, when we were in Italy, it was all of us kind of putting our oar in as well, which was nice.
So we were together for most of the time.
Yeah. Kurt tends to write the first riff to it, the backbone. So he'll come up with the idea, and then we'll all kind of pile in.
It's like a bit of all of us. Like some of us would just go home, come back to the studio with half a song or a couple of riffs, and then we'll all work on it together over time.
What was nice as well is that I didn't just do drum parts, and David wouldn't just do bass parts, and Kurt's come up with some bits of drums, I came up with a couple of guitar ideas, David came up with a few guitar ideas, Meyrick comes up with a few ideas for drums or guitar, we're all chipping in at all instruments as well, which is a really nice way of doing it as well.
Has one mastermind, and then they are practicing by Skype interviews.
I'm writing everything, you guys just play it.
Basically James wrote the whole thing, but he's not here.
Yeah, that's right.
Album tide as well, just in the sense that it was all very kind of, a very open and sort of free flowing, and that's kind of how the album sounds. It's quite sort of, it's heavy, but it's quite open and there's breathing space. And the whole thing's about kind of trying to take a bit of a breath of fresh air before kind of getting super down about everything, basically.
But also, where we recorded in Italy was really open. It was not recorded, sorry, when we wrote it in Italy was middle of nowhere with olive tree fields for as far as you can see around. So I do think that kind of had an effect on our outlook on the album as well, which was...
The latest video you filmed for the latest single, you filmed in Britain on a cliff or...
Manchester,
A place called Lee Quarry, back up.
Because it was a rock song. What I think that we've done, that I like most on the album, is done that expansive kind of big sounding without losing the intensity of some of the heavier parts on the album. It's people might listen to Follow Alone and go, basically they've dropped all the heavy stuff, but we haven't. There's still...
Maybe Follow Alone, there's heavy riffs, there's still...
It's still heavy in parts, and where it needs to be heavy, it's heavy, but we've kind of done that big chorus thing as well, which is what I really like.
I just realized that there are a few British bands who are somehow frustrated about the government in the UK, like the Architects, for example. Is there a specific message with your record, maybe politically wise as well, or is it just about...
There is some stuff in there. On the last album it was way more overt, but lyrically there is stuff to do with my general feelings towards all of that in there. So, but I didn't want it to be kind of a political thing, but it is just naturally, because I can't help but do that when I'm writing stuff, but not in an overt way, because I feel like sometimes that can be perceived as being really contrived and not taken seriously. Because the problem with there's a lot of really awesome political bands, but a lot of the time with political music, particularly political metal, it becomes a bit of a caricature of itself. Yeah. It becomes like, yeah, fucking anonymous masks and yeah, fuck the government, yeah. Yeah, and it just cool, great, I can get on board with that. But like, it just becomes a little bit contrived, and it becomes a bit like, it gets a little bit tedious. It doesn't actually, it just looks at the world. But basically, I've tried to not just do it through the viewpoint of everything sucks. Trying to do it from the viewpoint of there's a lot of shit wrong, but let's fucking, do you know what I mean? We've solved plenty of issues. We might as well try and do the same with all these issues now, instead of resigning ourselves to like an anarchist kind of standpoint.
Yeah, you recently signed to Primordial Records.
Yes.
So correctly pronounced.
Yeah.
How did that happen? Because I think it happened quite late.
Yeah, they approached us after we dropped the single, and we had some long chats with them, and they had there's a new label that's come about, and based in Holland, and their ideas for like pushing the band, their ideas for what they wanted to do with the record were really cool, and seemed way more in line with how we wanted to do things than some of the other options we had. So it seemed kind of perfect when they approached, pretty much just in time to release the record just after that. So that it all happened quite quickly, but it was like in a good way. So yeah, it just kind of came about.
It's quite a quick process actually. It was. But no, I mean they've been great, and they do seem to be completely on board with us as well, which is really nice. Like it's not one of the, you do hear of like when you get pop music and things, and you hear of these oligarch record labels that are like demanding you to do all this kind of shit that you don't want to do, but actually they've been absolutely great.
It's like do whatever the fuck you want to do.
The first band on this new label, or
Currently they've got a few more in the works, but
Looking forward to how it will pan out in the next few months.
Definitely.
So
But
it'll be fun.
Hopefully we'll get our mansion soon and start getting limos to shows. If you're listening.
They're on the way. We're just waiting. We've had to come in the van for now, but Lambo's
problem
on
with the
the
shipping with the Lambos.
Drum kit on the.
Every 2 songs going to change over the kit. Just
different
one.
okay, so
If you give me enough money, I'm going to get someone else to play drums for me. Can't be asked. We should go on tour.
Yeah. We don't have any Lamborghinis. I'll drive all 5.
But they have been great, like so far.
Yeah, they've been really good.
Everything they've sent through to us has been really in line with where we were wanting to go anyway. They're just giving us a kick up the arse, essentially, so that's wicked.
you can tell us about your funniest tour experience to date. Okay.
There's quite a few, a lot of which aren't suitable for.
Maybe not the disgusting ones.
Yeah, but a lot of them are quite grim. Well, I'm trying to think of one that isn't just horrible. I had the van door falling off, the van locking system not working. Yeah, we've been.
That was the same tour, wasn't it?
Was it? Oh, it must have been. No, we didn't play Palmer with 6. Anyway, it doesn't matter. But yeah.
One of the doors just stopped locking. We had to like break into the side, like the control panel of the door, and try and
And inside the door and bend it so you couldn't open it from the outside.
Only one door in our van works.
One working door. We've Kurt, when we were in Italy and it was about 38 degrees, it's really, really hot, and Kurt got really pissed, super drunk, and then threw up on the van wheel at the back.
It was the night of his birthday. It was the night of his birthday. Me and him were sleeping in a van, and he was just sitting up the whole night saying, I need to get sick. So joking, I was like, just get sick on the wheel. It'll be funny. And then the next day, looked around the wheel, and then it was just the back tyre was just
I was hoping
covered in
It
single.
was the Nice part. The Nice day was the best one. We had a show in Nice, and we went from Milan to Nice in South France.
It's pretty nice.
And we had.
Stop making that joke, man.
And we got to Nice at about 2:00 in the afternoon. So we thought, right, look at it. Like, went to the beach. We were like, right, people will pay like quite a lot of money to go from like London to the south of France for a holiday. And so we kind of, he lost his glasses.
Yeah, lost my glasses in the sea.
It's just loads of pasty white Gremos rolling around.
And then we played the show. The show was really good. And the promoter of the show, we had the trouble was we had to play in Paris the next day, and so we had to get up. Like, there was a good 9-hour drive, yeah. But the promoter was, oh look, I'm having a little bit of a party back at my house if you want to come. And he'd been really nice to us so far. So we, in our heads, we were a bit like, oh, we've got this massive drive to do. We kind of want to do some already. So we thought, look, we'll go over, we'll have like one drink with him, say thanks for putting on the show and all that kind of thing, and we leave. And he gave us his address, and we pulled up to this address. It was like something out of Grand Theft Auto Vice City. And like, as you pull up, there are these like gates and a driveway, and we kind of drove in thinking, surely this is not the fucking house we're going to. And we rolled in, and there was just this swimming pool in the back garden. Loads of free booze flying around, all these people, and we were just kind of like, me, us and Cyclamen were like,
okay, to get in.
Party.
Yeah, so we stayed there for a couple of hours and having this like bloody, like FYI, best thing to do after a show is going and sit in a pool for a while. Yeah. And like we just kind of chilled there, but then again had bloody 10 hours worth of driving the next day, which wasn't particularly fun for anyone involved.
Then we nearly got in a fight with a Frenchman. That was me and James. Me and James wasn't here. We were just, he nearly ran us over in the road. And so we were like, oh, what are you doing? Because he like, just wasn't looking. And then he stopped his car in the middle of the road, got out and started coming at us. Like, what the fuck is it? And we were just like, what are you doing? There's like two mid-20s guys and this old geezer thinking just come and getting super Larry. Yeah, angry Frenchmen. And yeah, some bizarre shit goes on.
Yeah, nice memories.
I mean, touring around is always just going to be really weird. Like there's, I forget half the stuff that's even happened because I'm so used to kind of weird things happening now that it doesn't even like register on my radar or anything.
Not alcohol related.
It starts with I got drunk and.
Because, yeah, is there anything you would like to tell the people of the Euroblast Festival or Time for Metal, maybe about your new record, or I don't know?
Thank you for having us. We're going to be sick when we play.
Come and see us. We're on 650 on the second stage.
See that, Rob? You're going to see that, what you say? Yeah. Album comes out on October 28th. Go pre-order it now. It's up for pre-order. You get some sick.
It'll be good. It'll be good, man. Get the album. It'll take your breath away.
Alright, we're signing out.